Hello and welcome to the Vital Premier League podcast, your weekly Premier League podcast from the writers and the Vital group. We've got me, Ash from Vital Newcastle, Liam from Vital Everton, and Andy from Vital Leeds. You all right, lads?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, good mate, you?
Yeah, spot on, mate. It's nice to see you're actually in motion there, Andy.
Yeah. I'll do some little free.
Right then, so what we're going to cover this week, we're going to have a quick look back at the weekend's fixtures. We'll probably talk mostly about how our teams got on. We're going to have to talk about whatever Erling Haaland is. Should we have a laugh at Man United?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? And while we're on laughing at clubs, we'll have a laugh at Liverpool as well, eh?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Keep everyone happy.
And we'll have a bit of discussion about Leicester and whether last night was a freak result or whether they're on the up. And then me and Liam are going to have a fight.
Are you backing, Andy? Are you backing?
I'm not saying anything.
And then to round it off, we'll go through score predictions for the coming weekend, right? So let's look back over. And did we have a good weekend, chaps?
So.
I mean, you've got to be quite pleased, Andy. I mean, you got a draw with 10 men.
Yeah, it's just having 4 weeks off. It was a bit of an anticlimax coming back to that.
4 weeks off?
Yeah, we haven't had a game for 4 weeks, have we?
Yeah, we've had the international break and obviously
Yeah, ours was
Lizzie.
Lizzie.
2nd of September or 3rd of September, ours last game.
And you still couldn't muster a win.
No.
What's going on at your club then? You lost Bielsa and now you've got March. Is that an upgrade, do you think? Or?
It's hard to say. Jury's still out for me. With Bielsa, it sounds bad to say it, but he ruined football for me because any other football I watch now is just boring. Because he just made it a basketball game. It was just mad. But for what he did for the club and the city and everything, what he brought back, he's a proper legend status. But I think at the time it was right for him to go at the time because we was getting tonked left, right, and centre, 4, 5, 6-0 every week, and just his stubbornness to not change anything.
That was his downfall, wasn't it?
Yeah, I went to the Arsenal game. My last game I went was Arsenal when we lost 4-1, and it was just all kids because we had COVID. There was loads of COVID in the camp, and instead of just cancelling it because he was like that sort of moral high ground, no, we'll play, and we just got absolutely battered. It was like a trading match for Arsenal. And then obviously the Tottenham game 4-0, and we were just getting worse and worse. And I think it was right for him to go in the end, even though we all were sad to see him go. It was like losing a granddad or something. Do you know what I mean? When he left.
Do you think if you didn't get rid of him, you would have gone down?
I'm still 50-50, you know. With the games we had coming up and we started to get players back, it sort of fell in Marsh's favour, to be fair. But I think the main contrast with them both is Bielsa was more like he didn't speak to nobody, and Marsh is more like an arm round the shoulder and come on lads sort of thing. And I think they just needed it. Like you look players like Haaland and that, and it just looked like they just didn't want to be there. They just like it was like every time we played, it was like they just wanted the full-time whistle to enter. They could just get off because it was that bad.
Yeah.
So I think he would have kept us up. But it would have been very close. Well, we can't get much closer than it did anyway. But yeah, I think he would have done.
What about you, Liam? How was your weekend?
Yeah, I mean, good performance from us. I mean, it took a goal for us to react, which is annoying, but we reacted. Like, if we go off the last season, we would have probably conceded a second goal straight away. But it's just nice to see an Everton team all pulling together and fighting. And I think the additions of Cody and Tarkowski in particular, them two are just. I mean, I never rated Cody in a back two. He was always a back three for me, but this season he's shown it for us. And the fact that we got both of them for free, okay, Cody's on loan, we got two leaders on a free, can't complain really.
Well, getting in players that are decent on a free is better than spunking 50 million on ones that are shite, which was the old Everton way.
Yeah, exactly, because it's weird as well, because Cody obviously was like an emergency loan sort of thing. Also, we had Mina got injured, Godfrey got injured, Holgate got injured. So when he was signed, like for me, it was like, well, we've got this red coming in. Is he going to put that to one side? Obviously, we had the whole Benitez thing last season, like Agent Rafa. Was it going to be another Agent Cody? And I could just picture it, like if he'd scored an own goal in the derby, like I could already see it, like BT panning to his face and him smirking. But when he had that goal disallowed, you could tell straight away. Now he puts football first, and his wife and his sons are Everton fans apparently as well. So yeah, it works for me.
Well, he's got reason to fight then.
Yeah.
What about Lampard? Is he the right man?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, that was a very bold, definitive yes.
See, like Andy Benitez should never have got the job for us last season at all. But
no, he shouldn't have. No.
There was, like Andy was saying, like he didn't like enjoying going to football because of, obviously, it was like a basketball game. But for me, I just didn't like watching Everton. Like, I just didn't like the players at all because there was just no fight at all. As soon as Lampard's coming, you can see the relief, like from them, knowing full well that they've got someone that's actually going to listen. And granted, Benitez didn't get the backing from the board because we had no money to spend, and obviously injuries always play a part. But when we're playing the same tactics, and sorry, he might be a legend for you, but Rondon playing 90 minutes every game, no, sorry, it's a no from me.
I've got to admit, like as good as Rondon was for us, I think a lot of our fans put too much stock in him. He was already getting leggy before he went to China, so it's like coming back to Everton's just proved that he is good, but he's not good enough, not anymore.
He's a good backup. That's what I'd say.
He's equivalent to our Chris Wood, I think.
And that's had a push, I'd say.
Body on the pitch to get in the way.
Yeah. Well, you Ash, how was Newcastle?
We had a good weekend at least.
Yeah, good result for you.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are obviously going to put it down to the fact that Fulham went down to 10 men after 8 minutes, but you could tell in the first 8 minutes that I think that was our game anyway. We had that one wrapped up before kick-off. Even Eddie Howe said it, he just felt it in the room before they went out the tunnel that the win was there for us. So, yeah, to stick 4 past and have Miguel Almiron score 2. I didn't know where I was on Saturday night. And I don't even drink, but I just felt like I was completely off my face.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, all in all, not a bad weekend, really.
When was Almiron's last goal before them two?
Probably against Everton.
Oh, Christ. No, it was this season.
Was it this season, was it?
Yeah, he's got 3 this season. I just can't for the life of us remember off the top of my head who it was against now.
I thought it was one of them like he hadn't scored in 4 years.
No. No, he's our joint top scorer with Callum Wilson.
Wow, okay. Cool.
But whether he kicks on and does it again, I don't know. He tends to like have a cluster of games where he's brilliant and then goes quiet. But in the pre-season, he was knocking them in for fun, so who knows?
That's like Harrison for us. He has 3 or 4 good games, then you don't see him for 4 or 5.
See, we keep getting linked with Harrison, and I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think it's the Eddie Howe young English players.
Yeah. But we're also linked with Maddison, and that's like, for me, that's a no-brainer. We should just give Leicester whatever they want for him.
Yeah, he scored twice. Did he get 2 again?
Two last night, yeah. The second one, his free kick was superb. I was gutted because I put another 10 million on his asking price.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on to the genetic super mutant Erling Haaland. What can you even say about this guy?
He is a freak.
Have you seen that clip anyway, before we get into praising him? Have you seen that clip of Rory from YouTube on Soccer Saturday saying that Haaland's not going to be the goal scorer we all think he is, and he'll be lucky to get 15 this season?
Yeah.
Whoa.
There's quite a few people that have done that.
Over, isn't it?
There's what's his face? Paddy the Baddie has done that as well. He was saying that Nunez was going to get a lot more than he was, and I mean, unless Haaland breaks his leg on the weekend, I'm sorry, but No, it's not going to happen, is it?
He'll still play, man.
Yeah.
All his mechanical parts will just kick in and override his muscles, and he'll be allowed to continue.
Just
I
screw
swear
a
to
new
God.
leg on.
Yeah, he needs DNA testing. He needs X-raying for mechanical parts, and we need to check that he hasn't come back in time from the future. There's just something off about him. He's unreal.
He's a beast.
Never seen
You know what
him
it might be?
14. Got 14 already.
Yeah, 14. 3 hat-tricks.
Wow.
3 hat-tricks in 8 games. The second quickest to 3 hat-tricks in a season was over the space of 48 games. And that was
He's done an 8. Wow.
Michael Owen.
And you know who City play next as well?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Who have they got next?
Southampton. And you know they love a 9-0
Southampton.
battering
Oh,
as well.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah. Oh, my word.
Oh, sorry, Southampton fans. I would just stay at home for that one.
Just
City's our Boxing Day game. Straight after the World Cup, our first game back, City.
lovely.
Oh, nice. Haaland will have had a few weeks off there just to
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that one.
to make sure he's in tip-top shape. Christ.
Yeah, not looking forward to that at all.
It's frightening. There was I was watching another podcast last night and they said there's a stat kicking about that if he continues scoring goals at this rate, he'll be on for 100 goals this season.
Wow.
That's not normal.
No, that's not.
No, well, that's a point actually. So
That's not
obviously,
human.
was it 8 goals behind Salah's Premier League record, and also he's got 30 games to go or something like that. But the all-time league record is for Dixie Dean, which was 60, and no one had ever thought was going to break that. And even he said the only person that could break that is the man that walks on water. I don't know if Haaland can walk on water yet, but he's got to be
Have we
close to
tested
it.
him for that?
Exactly.
The second coming. I wouldn't be surprised if he could.
It'll be my tears on Boxing Day. He'll just glide across it.
See, we've already faced them, and Sven Botman kept them down to 1 goal. I'm taking that as a win.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would.
'Cause, I don't know. I'm sure
If we
we'll
get away with less than 10, it'll be a win.
loads of confidence then, eh? I don't know. I think we're going to be talking about him a lot on this podcast.
Yeah, yeah. Like I say, the records are just going to keep breaking records every two weeks, isn't he?
Basically, yeah. There's going to be a talking point every time he steps out on the pitch. He's going to do something.
Yeah, yeah.
But in other news, we could always just laugh at Man United.
Yeah, that's always worth a giggle.
What is going on with that club?
I don't know. It's I don't think Ten Hag's the one to take them forward at all.
But who is? Because ever since ever since Ferguson left, they've had the likes of Mourinho. They've tried everybody. No one can make it work.
Solskjaer was doing a great job. Should have kept him in.
To be honest, I bet looking back, I bet they think he probably was.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he needs some time, though. I mean,
How much?
they'll always point the finger at the Glazers. I mean, I don't want to get into ownerships, but it's ridiculous how any excuses or points at the Glazers, I mean, United in general. Like, the United fans have just banged that drum. Oh, it's the Glazers. So, when you get beat 6-3, was that the Glazers' fault? Because it's 11 players on the pitch at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a manager who gives them the tactics. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, having a crap owner can really affect how the team performs, generally, but
Yeah.
not 100% of the time.
No, well, when they signed
Managers and players have
Casemiro
got
in
to
the
take
summer
responsibility
and he
somewhere.
sat on the bench, so what was the point in signing him? He was going to sit on the bench in the biggest game of the season so
There
far.
you go.
It made no sense.
Cristiano Ronaldo didn't even get a kick at the weekend.
No.
Did he not even come on, Ronaldo?
No.
No.
He sat there on the bench with a face like a mile of bad road, practically crying and wondering and questioning all of his life decisions, I think, looking at his face. And I loved every second of it.
Yeah.
was all leaving before half time, weren't there?
I know, what the hell? I mean, there's less plastic in the ocean than there is in the Man United fan base. Leaving at half time, man. Come on.
It's so they could get the trains back to exactly.
True. Yeah,
Beat me to it. He's beat me to it.
There was the real strike, like they all had taxis waiting. But at least they weren't the only shit fans from the weekend.
Oh no, yeah, limbs.
Limbs at Liverpool. Imagine being 2-0 down and then going 3-2 up, and this being your celebration.
Yeah.
Jolly good, lads. Jolly good. Stiff fingers. I'll be embarrassed. I saw like a tweet under that one that said Newcastle do better celebrations than that when we get a throw in.
Well, I was thinking the same. I mean,
Remember that fan?
I don't want to compare us getting a corner to them scoring a goal, but it's just like, come on, show a bit of passion. And the thing is that I'm pretty sure it was the Anfield Road end as well, so they were sat next to all the Brighton fans. So
yeah, so you want to get up in the face?
Exactly.
Feel like shit.
Yeah.
No, we'll golf clap.
Can you remember the fan when they scored in the Europa League when the black guy got out of the wheelchair? Can you remember that? That was on. Did you see that on YouTube?
No, I missed that one.
I think you see him in the Europe games. The guy behind the goal in a wheelchair and they scored. He gets up and runs up, and then sort of realises he's meant to be in a wheelchair.
His benefits knackered.
Yeah, that's it.
See, that's how to celebrate. Oh man, it's ridiculous.
It's when you see all the phones out as well, though, isn't it? You see all the people with phones filming it.
Yeah, but if everyone's on their phone filming it, then nobody's reacting to it, are they? So
that's it, yeah. That's it.
Awful, absolutely awful. There's another one I want to throw in as well, which was Arsenal's attempt at copying Newcastle's war flags displays. I don't know if you've seen them before kick-off. Like we go a little bit all out with flags and displays.
Newcastle,
and yeah. So other clubs are taking it on, which is fair dues. But some of the ones that we've seen in response, there was like a little cluster of fans. They must have been holding A4 bits of paper up with like red printed on half. Oh, if you can't organise it properly, just don't do it.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, isn't it?
Bad crack. Right, we touched on Leicester earlier on when we were talking about Maddison. Do you think Rodgers is getting the tune out of them now and they're going to start to climb up the league, or is it just the fact that Forest was shite?
Well, we was meant to play Forest in one of our games what got postponed, and we was rubbing our hands at that, thinking we might at least get something from that game. So I think, how many signings have they made? They've signed about 300 players, haven't they?
Yeah,
I think it was 22 in total.
22. So, and they're still playing the majority of Championship players out there. Half of them aren't even playing. So, it's a weird one that they put all their eggs in the basket, aren't there already? And it looks like it's not paid off for Forest at all. I mean, I think
how can it though?
Definitely down there.
23 new players. How can it possibly work?
No. I think they're definitely going to be in the bottom. Well, they're going to be fighting relegation anyway. Whether they'll go down or not, I would predict that they would already, to be fair.
I think if they go down, their club's finished.
Yeah.
Because there's just too much money kicking about on Premier League wages for them.
What about Lingard? What's his wages? Isn't he on 200 grand a week?
200 grand a week. But he's got an escape clause. He's only there for the year. Yeah, he's only there for the year. Oh, God, we dodged a bullet on that one and all.
Well, one of the fellas I work with,
he started all right, Lingard, didn't he?
He was amazing. What was that, Liam?
I was going to say, one of the fellas I work with, he's a Forest fan. So I asked him, like, what's his thoughts and things like that. But he said that they're already preparing for the Championship next year. Like, with the signings they've made, a lot of them are Championship-style players. So, like, Josh Bowler, who they signed from Blackpool. They signed him and sent him out to Olympiacos straight away on loan. Because their owners own Olympiacos and Forest, didn't he? So...
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
What? So is he a season ticket holder at Forest though?
No, he's not a season ticket holder. He's just when he grew up, everyone else supported Liverpool, United. So he picked the only other team that was successful, which was Forest. which fair play to him. I mean, he is from that area as well, but yeah, he's saying
I was just
they're
wondering if he had to
prepared for
give up
next
his
season.
seat when all the other players arrived. They've got to sit somewhere, haven't they?
No, but I mean, it was ridiculous because every time they were linked with someone different, he was getting frustrated. Like, can we not just, we need a settled squad? But he was saying to me this morning that apparently they're looking to replace Steve Cooper, and the person to replace him
Yeah,
is
I'd
Rafa
seen that.
Benitez.
With Rafa.
Yeah.
Wow.
When he told me this morning, I was
See,
like, no, stay well
that'd be
away. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Rafa needs a lot of money to be successful, I think.
Yeah.
And Forest can't have any left now.
Just sign another 20 more.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I love Rafa. He was great for us, but I wouldn't have him back. I know there's loads of fans that would have him back, but I wouldn't. I think he's past it.
Yeah,
But
he's
could
been
he do
past
a
it for a
job
while now for
Forest?
me as well. I mean, you don't go to China if you're in your prime, or a decent
Exactly.
manager, let's be honest.
No, exactly. And then I think coming back to Everton just finished him off.
No.
Probably
I
killed his
mean,
passion for the game as well.
Forrest might not be a bad shout for him, but it just wouldn't work. I mean, he was linked with Olympiacos, so I don't know if that's something to do with it, obviously, because, like I said, the ownership. But for me, they just need to stick with Steve Cooper. Like, he's got them up. Like, when he took over, they were in the bottom three, and they just went on a mad one. And obviously, they got promoted through the playoffs, but he knows what he's doing. Like, every team he's been at, he's got to the playoffs or playoff finals pretty much in the past couple of years. And he's finally done it with Forest. And I mean, I was buzzing when they came up, to be fair. Yeah, it's like when everyone says with Leicester when they sacked Ranieri, like, he just won the league. Like, it's one of them.
Yeah,
but at the same time, sometimes you do need a change. But I just think it's a bit too early considering he's signed 22 players. Whether or not he signed them all is a different question. But it's one of them. They need time. And I think giving them till I'd say for the World Cup at a minimum, if they're gonna sack him.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. But
At least January they need to give him till, don't they?
exactly.
Definitely.
I mean, 20 odd players. They're not going to gel overnight, and you can't put that on the manager. Like, you've got to account for human nature at some point.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What about Leicester then? Are they going up, or do you think that was just a freak?
Who've they got next? Have a quick look.
No, we've got the
They've got Bournemouth away.
That should be another 3 points for them.
Yeah, it's a perfect game for them to sort of get back-to-back wins in it, you would think.
Yeah.
I just can't. I don't know what it is that's going wrong for them this season. Aging squad.
Last I heard, it was something they was looking to get rid of him, but they couldn't afford to get rid of him. That's what I
Rodgers.
sort of heard. Rodgers, yeah, I think they was trying to get rid of him, but they didn't have the money to get rid of him.
Yeah, it's a weird one that
And
with
then
the
when
money
you're paying
because they were saying they had no money to buy players. Sorry.
Sorry, I think we've got a bit of a delay going on, so it's like a bit of a nightmare. But carry on.
I was saying, like, it's a weird one saying that they got no money to buy players, but they sold the Fofana for, what was it, 90 million to Chelsea. I don't know how they go from having no money to selling a player for 90 million and then still having no money.
Yeah, there's that. And also, if you've got no money, when Newcastle come offering you 50 million for one of your players, you take it.
Yeah.
But that's a different story. That's my anger.
That's the Leicester model, though, isn't it? They buy players cheap, get them to a respectable standard, then bump them out for loads of money.
Yeah, but why aren't they doing that then? Why aren't they letting people... I mean, they're going to lose Tielemans for next to now in January.
Yeah.
Because they're letting his
He's
contract...
going to Arsenal, wasn't he?
Yeah, Arsenal and Newcastle would have paid 30 million for him in the summer, but now they're going to get him for maybe 15, 20 at the most. So they're shooting themselves in the foot, really.
Yeah.
But whether Rodgers is there to oversee these transfers or not come Christmas, we don't know. Cause,
No.
he got away with one yesterday. we'll see. We'll see.
The question is though,
Yeah,
if
so
he
next
does
game's a
go,
big test for them, I think, if they can win that.
Oh, absolutely.
it's gone again.
What was that,
I
mate?
was going to say the question is, if he does go, who replaces him?
Rafa Benitez.
I was just going to say, yeah, Rafa will with everyone.
I don't know. Who's currently out of a job?
I think he went, didn't he? Bruno Lage got sacked yesterday or the day before, didn't he?
Yeah, Bruno Lage gone. Obviously, Sam Allardyce will be sniffing.
I think he's got his phone back on charge
How's
there.
he still getting jobs?
I have no idea. How's he allowed anywhere near football after what he was caught doing when he was England manager?
Yeah. That was that documentary, wasn't it? He was fiddling or whatever, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Was it tapping up or something he was doing, or was it on transfer money?
It was bungs or something like that, wasn't it? It was. Whatever it was, he should have just been kicked out of the game, not just like relieved
Yeah.
of his job in England. He should have been booted out.
Yeah.
But no, he's still sniffing. Right then, Liam, are you ready for a fight, mate?
We can try.
Because apparently, according to Twitter, Newcastle and Everton have an intense rivalry that seems born out of nought.
Yeah, I have no idea where it started from, and it makes no sense. Like, it's weird because when we played, it was when we played Palace in that game that kept us up last season. Anthony Gordon got absolutely snapped by Ayew, and I remember putting it on Twitter. Next thing I looked at my phone, I had like 17 notifications from Newcastle fans. I'm thinking, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like,
Same thing happens with us. We put anything on, and then it's just a barrage of Everton fans.
yeah,
What's it got to do with you?
I don't know. It's just a weird one.
I
But like,
think there are three possible things that I think contribute to it from our end. One is obviously Everton, big club that have done out. Newcastle, big club that have done out. So it's a case of like sort of with bitterness that we both expect to be better than we are. So we're in this sort of bubble where we have to cut each other down. Does that make sense?
yeah,
Second is the fact that I don't know if you're aware of this, but we call Everton Scouse Mackems. Mackems obviously being the term for Sunderland fans. And it comes from the fact that you live in the shadow of the club.
a different
up the
team.
road.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's like we see you as Liverpool, Sunderland, and that's. And there has been some sort of kinship with Everton and Sunderland fans, probably because of one man that has tiny arms. Jordan Pickford.
you mean England's number one? Yeah.
No, not talking about Nick Pope, mate. We're talking about Jordan Pickford. But those are the three things that I think cause it. And but if not, then I'm at a loss. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I can see obviously Jordan Pickford bit. Obviously coming from Sunderland, obviously you love them. From like my thing, I just think all I can remember is when Alan Pardew took over, and he's got promoted from the Championship, and he's had that decent season when you had Ben Arthur, Cisse, Demabar, Cabai, and they just finished fifth or sixth. It was, and I think he said at the time,
Fifth,
like, "Oh,
yeah.
we're in a different league compared to Everton." I was thinking, "Hang on, calm yourself, mate. You've just got promoted. You've had a good season."
Yeah. No, I think that is. I think a lot of other fans think we're arrogant when we come up with stuff like that. And fair enough, maybe we are. But it's just this one that we have a similar thing with Aston Villa as well. To be fair, because they held up stupid banners when we got relegated, and we're never forgiven them for that.
See, that's
But
fair.
at least there
I
was a
mean,
catalyst
but
there.
I
The
can't
Everton
think of
one was,
yeah.
I don't know.
But Andy, so what would you go with then? Who's bigger, Everton or Newcastle?
We discussed this earlier.
But I need some justification for it. Like, you need to give me like a proper justification.
Like I said, the two massive clubs, obviously both got massive history. I I don't know. For me, I just think Newcastle tip it just because of the atmosphere and the fans. The fans are like really passionate out there, like obviously ours are as well. I mean, Everton are as well. To be fair, it's a horrible place to go, isn't it? Newcastle's is just for them stairs.
Yeah, tell us about it.
But yeah, like I say, I'm not even going to pick one. I'm just going to say you're both equal.
Well,
For the
so you're
record,
saying obviously with the
did
history
pick
with Newcastle, but
before we press record.
what is the history of Newcastle? Like,
No, what I mean is both big clubs, big fan bases.
yeah, fair, but I mean,
Newcastle.
I don't want to have a dig,
Newcastle
sorry,
the
Ash,
same as
but
us,
whenever
where they've been down the-
Newcastle play Everton, they don't even sell out.
Well, that's your fans, though, isn't it? It's not our fault.
No, I mean the Newcastle don't sell out their allocation. That's what I meant.
Bullshit.
I'm only going off
We
of
sell out
when
everywhere we go, man.
you might do now
Although,
with
to
your
be
new
fair,
investment,
probably,
but
yeah. And in recent seasons, we probably didn't, because people just didn't want to give money to the fat cockney bastard.
that's fair.
So I'll give you that.
So
All right,
I'd say
so, yeah.
fans maybe a little bit similar. Okay, I'll go with that one. I would give us the edge considering we sell out away games without a shadow of a doubt, and for the fact of, for me, and you can agree or disagree, our fans alone kept us up last season.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, 100% agree with that.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But then if we go and talk
Without
about
doubt,
history,
fans.
what makes a team a big club?
But that's the question, isn't it? Because, I mean, neither Newcastle or Everton have got a lot of shout about lately. So.
Or us.
Oh yeah,
Or
100%.
Leeds, for that
Yeah.
matter.
So
I mean,
how many?
we had
Just out of
one little
curiosity,
run
how
in the
many league
Champions League.
titles have Newcastle got?
I can't remember off the
You know,
top
like
of
the
my head, but
Division
we're
ones,
quite
not the
high up on
Championship
list.
ones.
No, we got quite a few, and I'm ignoring that dig. and we have the Intertoto.
Yeah, sorry, forgot all that
I
one.
remember Scott Parker proudly holding that certificate up,
That's fair.
his
Right, well,
participation badge.
so to me, again, it might be biased from my point of view, but Newcastle can get back to where they may have been, like in the early 90s, late 90s in the Premier League era, but right now, okay, we've had a poor 2 seasons, but for me, we are just a little bit bigger than Newcastle. Simply the fact of the history we've got, the fan base, if we're going off a fan base, and just, I mean, longevity for a start. We've not been relegated.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that was the one thing I was going to concede, is you've been a mainstay in the Premier League. We arrived a year late and we've been out of it twice since. But I'm going to have to disagree on the fan base. Our fan base is unreal. Especially now. I mean, yeah, we had that little spell under Mike Ashley where we were so disillusioned. I saw that eye roll. We were so disillusioned that nobody wanted to put money into the club. But now we're back and we can't get tickets for love nor money. So you're going to see that allocation will definitely be sold out.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure we play on a. Oh no, we play away at Newcastle on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, I think it is.
I'll see if your end's sold out then.
You will do.
But I will say that one of my favourite football fans in all the world is an Evertonian.
Oh, you'd have to talk about me like that, you know.
Mike. Yeah, Mike, he's just an absolute legend on Twitter.
I know you're on about, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I can't remember his surname. Mike Dull,
Yeah.
whatever. What a legend. And he should just be like held aloft. Should be a statue of him outside the ground. He's big. So who's Leeds' main rival now then?
Anyone really. Everyone hates us, don't they?
I think every club's had beef for Leeds at some point.
For some reason, we've adopted a weird rivalry with Brentford.
Brentford? How is that one come?
Yeah,
That's nearly as bad as Palace and Brighton.
they've got a weird rivalry with us. I don't know if it's to do with the Cooper and Dallas video. Did you see that when we got promoted?
No.
They had when they had the trophy, they sent a video to Thomas Frank or to somebody. It got sent to Thomas Frank. They were saying "Mind the Gap," singing "Mind the Gap" when we got promoted. And then ever since then, because in that when we got promoted, it was us and Brentford, wasn't it? We were sort of topping at each all the time, and he kept saying over to you Leeds all the time. Then we kept winning. And then for some reason now we've just got some mad rivalry with them. I don't know. Not from our end, we're from Brentford's end. But
yeah,
either way, they always beat us anyway. So.
That's it. We've got on Saturday. I'm not looking forward to it. Which brings us on nicely to score predictions for the weekend. Have you been doing your research, or are you just going off pure gut instinct?
I'm going to go gut instinct.
Gut instinct for me.
Yeah, same. I'm going to making it up on the spot, mate. So Saturday we've got Bournemouth versus Leicester. Like I said, Leicester with a nice win last night. Bournemouth proving quite tricky to beat. We only got a draw with them. But I'm going to go with Leicester on this one.
I'm going 1-1.
I'm going 2-1 Leicester.
Sitting on the fence.
I'm going 2-1 Leicester.
That's why I was going to say 2-1 Leicester. I just think they'll have the confidence from last night to see it through. Probably a Madison Super Show again. Add another 10 million to his asking price.
Yeah.
Chelsea Wolves. This one, it's Chelsea. Isn't it? It's Chelsea all day, every day.
Yeah, 2-0 Chelsea.
Yeah, I go an
No
easy
manager
3-0.
for Wolves unless they get one in before then. 3.
Yeah.
Ooh. 3's not a bad shout, like. I'm gonna play it.
Costa though. Costa back for Wolves, isn't he?
That would be fun, mind.
You'll probably get sent off.
All right, I'm going 1-0 Wolves, Costa.
You can see the scenes of him scoring an 85th minute winner, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going with that. I want that to happen. I'm going to manifest.
Get a pound on it.
Yeah.
It would be funny. It would be funny.
Just to be different. It would be class. No, it's Chelsea. It's Chelsea's game to throw away. So, yeah. 2-0 Chelsea, I'm going to go with.
Yeah,
but
that's
it
what
would
I've
be
said, 2-0 Chelsea.
It would be fun to see Costa score. Man City Southampton. Erling Haaland against Southampton. 9-10. Are we going with a record 15-0?
I reckon 6.
It's going to be high, isn't it?
You'd like to think so. But at the same time, for some reason, City always. I mean, now they've got Haaland, who's a freak, but they always cock up against someone, and it might be Southampton. It'll be just their luck, like old City to come in, but no, I can't see anything other than a City win.
Another Haaland hat-trick. It is at the Etihad, and he does like to do that.
He does them anywhere.
I'm going 5-0.
I'll go 7-1.
I don't even think
Southampton to take the lead.
Anyone who could score. 7-1. Right, James Ward-Prowse free kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much. Yeah, I reckon it could be. They'll probably go 1-0 up.
7-1. Put a fiver on it a day. Right, now it's my lads. Newcastle against Brentford, and I don't know. This one on paper, this is a Newcastle win all day, but Ivan Toney could come back to haunt us, and that's a worry. I will say, however, because this is the week, the first anniversary of our takeover, that War Flags are going to do something epic, and that could put the shits up Brentford. So I'm going to go 2-0 Newcastle on this one.
3-1 Newcastle.
I like you, Andy. I've always liked you.
I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle. Almiron's going to get another goal.
See, and you're not bad for an Evertonian. 2-1. Oh shit, I've fucked up here. Southampton can't play twice.
Brighton's
Oh yeah, Southampton, Tottenham.
Brighton. Yeah. So it's Brighton, Tottenham. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Southampton can't be in two places at once.
I'm gonna go
Brighton.
2-2 for this game. 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad shout, a draw. What are you saying, Liam?
Yeah, a draw's not a bad shot. I mean, to score 3 at Anfield and not to come away with a win is you'd be furious. But I don't know. I like
Yeah.
Tottenham. I like what Conte is doing at Tottenham. I mean, I love Richarlison, even though he's left us. But I'm going to go 2-1 Tottenham.
I'm going with Andy. I'm going to say a draw, but I'm going 1-0. I like the way Brighton are playing, even though they've lost Potter. I think they look solid still.
Yeah.
Uh,
They're a good side,
I mean,
to be fair. They're a good side.
really good. I agree with you on Tottenham as well. Tottenham are fantastic, but I just have a feeling that Brighton could nick something.
Yeah.
Uh, Palace Leeds on Sunday. Let's go to our resident Leeds-a-thon.
Oh, God. I don't want to think about it, to be fair. I've put down 1-1 on my predictions, but it's one of them where I don't know, it's so hard to predict. It depends who turns up. But I'm going to go 1-1.
Liam?
I'm going to go 1-0 Leeds. Bamford's just come back.
Leeds.
Okay.
I reckon he'll get on the score sheet.
I'm going to be horrible.
His legs are made of meringues, though, so he'll be
Borrow
off.
them off Callum Wilson.
Yeah, he'll be off in 10 minutes.
In Newcastle, we've got Chris Wood and Balsa Wood up front. Sorry, mate, I'm having Palace on this one. A 1-0 win on Palace. Nothing personal, I just had home advantage.
Even though he said he liked you a minute ago, you know.
Yeah.
I know, that's why I feel so bad. West Ham, Fulham? I'm going West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham for me. 2-0.
I'm starting to really like West Ham. I guess Jared Bowen, I just think he's outstanding. So, yeah.
I don't know, because West Ham are playing on Thursday night, aren't they? I reckon they might struggle. And I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a weird one. Because 1 minute West Ham can be hot, 1 minute they can be cold. And I'm going to go a draw. I'm going to go a 1-1 draw. Just because they're playing on Thursday.
The point there, West Ham did struggle in their matches after Europa League games, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's a good shout, that. Arsenal-Liverpool. Table-topping Arsenal against Liverpool. See you, Andy.
Sounds.
I'm sure he'll come back.
We've got almost through it all.
Nearly.
Arsenal are going to battle it.
Do you think they've run their course?
No, I just think it's Liverpool. I've watched Liverpool for too long.
He's back. I think Arsenal are going to do it. We've got you back, mate. It's all good.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal are going to do it. Liverpool have just lost something this season. I don't know what it is, but I think this has come at the right time for Arsenal. So I'm going to go 1-0 Arsenal.
I think it's going to be one of them mad games like Arsenal and Liverpool always have, like a 4-3 or a 3-2 or something.
You're seeing goals all over, are you?
Yeah, I'm going to go Arsenal 3-2.
I'd love nothing more than an Arsenal win, but I can see Liverpool winning 2-1.
The Everton lad back in Liverpool. This podcast's off to a blinder. So speaking of Everton, for too long. Lads have got you've got Man United. How's that going to go?
And that's a weird one. We're playing at 7 o'clock on a Sunday night.
7 o'clock?
Yeah, 7 o'clock on Sunday night.
Wow.
Makes no sense. No idea. BT have got the rights for it. That's the only thing I can think of.
Has that ever been done before?
I don't know.
Weird.
But I feel under the lights at Goodison, I always back a team under the lights at home in an evening fixture. I always go for the home teams. And I think with the atmosphere, I back us. I'm going to go 2-0.
Goal scorers?
See, I don't know if Calvert-Lewin's going to be back, but I'm going to go Onana. Onana's going to grab one,
I'm going to go.
and I'm going to go Damari Gray.
Nice. What's your prediction for this one, Andy?
I'm going to go Everton 2-1.
Yeah, same. I just, again, like Liverpool, Man United are just shit at the minute. So, yeah, it's the right time for Everton to play them. And on Monday night, we've got Forest again against Villa. And I want Forest to win this so badly.
Same.
I just don't think they will. I'm going to go 0-0.
I'm going to go 2-0 Villa.
Ooh.
I'm going to go 2-0 Forest, and it's Gerrard's last game.
Oh, mate, I would love all of that. Every single word in that sentence got me off there.
Because let's not forget,
Yes,
I mean,
right.
Lampard was the favourite to go at the start of the season, and who have we had to go already? Tuchel, Scott Parker, Bruno Lage.
I forgot about Scott Parker.
I swear there's someone else. Might be someone else, I don't know. But yeah, Lampard's still there. Now 50-1 to get sacked.
I think Gerrard's stealing the living as a manager.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, anyone could go and manage Rangers and do well. I could. But
well, they're getting beat 1-0 right now by
found out
Liverpool,
in the Premier
and
League.
Trent's just scored a free kick, so.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's Champions League, isn't it, Rangers? Oh, but I've got Trent in my fantasy football team and doesn't count for shit in the Champions League. He would have a good performance when it counts for now.
Of course he would.
Yeah.
Liverpool, that's what they do.
Yeah, piss on everyone's dreams.
Mm.
Right, I think that's it for this week, lads. Don't know about you, but I've enjoyed my bit self.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
You going to
definitely.
join us again next week, Andy? Or yeah,
Yeah. If I'm off, I'll wait nights. You see, so if I'm
All
off,
right.
I'll jump
Nice
in.
one. And Liam, you'll be back. Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, I have Wednesdays
Right
off, so
then.
Tuesday's perfect for me.
brilliant. Right, well, thanks for watching and listening and whatever it is that you're doing, and we'll catch you next week. Cheers.